Requirements are the needs of the stakeholders. These needs can be stated needs or unstated needs. These can be obvious or underlying needs. These can be known to the stakeholders, or the stakeholders may be completely oblivious of some of the needs. That is why requirements are not considered as only the stakeholders' identified requirements. Requirements can be of different types, and I am going to talk about these now. First, business requirements. These requirements help in defining the project's objectives. These are the reasons the project was taken up in the first place. Moving the office to a new building must be for a reason. I doubt if any organization will take up a project to move to a new office without first answering the question, what is the benefit? That is the key. Business requirements are either the benefit organization is looking for, or these are directly linked to those benefits. A project team should be super clear about business requirements. Otherwise, the project runs the risk of poorly defined scope and scope creep. Second, stakeholder requirements. These are the needs and wishes of the stakeholders. If the business requirements are clear, it becomes easier to qualify stakeholder requirements, whether they are in scope or not. Third, solution requirements. These are the requirements that need to be in the solution so that the stakeholder requirements are fulfilled. Solution requirements can be put into two categories: functional requirements and non-functional requirements. The features and functions of the product or the solution that the stakeholders will interact with are called technical or functional requirements. A door put into the design of a room is a functional requirement. The height and width of the door are the functional requirements. Another example is the TV remote unit. The buttons on the remote to jump a channel up and down, increase or decrease the volume. These are all functional requirements. Now, non-functional requirements are those characteristics of the system or the product that the users do not interact with. Think of these as behind-the-scene requirements. If these requirements are not met, there can be an impact on the users. But if these are being met, users typically do not notice these because they do not interact with them. Non-functional requirements can be of capacity, security, reliability, availability, performance, maintainability, scalability, and other types. Let us look at a couple of examples. Capacity requirement. A maximum of 500 users can log into the system concurrently. What if user number 501 tries to log in? A message will be shown that says, "Too many users logged in, please try again later." As long as the user is one of the first 500 users, this requirement is fulfilled and the user is not impacted. Then availability requirement. The new building will be open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. What if someone tries to enter at 10 p.m.? Cannot enter. Fourth, transition requirements. These are temporary requirements. These are only needed for the duration of the project or just for one time. As soon as these are met, they no longer exist. For example, move data from old system to new system. As soon as the data is moved to the new system, this requirement is complete and no longer exists. But solution requirements are ongoing requirements. As long as the users are using the product, the requirements are alive and valid. Another example is that of a high-rise building in the downtown area. The walkway beside the under construction building is covered for the duration of the project because no one wants a pedestrian getting hurt due to a falling hammer. The moment project is done, the requirement for cover the walkway is complete and disappears. Fifth, project requirements. There are some actions taken as part of project work. Those fall under the project requirements category. Sixth, quality requirements. These are requirements that a product must meet before it can be handed over to the customer. For example, the strength of concrete will be a quality requirement. These requirements are many times driven from specifications. All of these various types of requirements are captured in the requirements documentation and are considered when the scope is defined.